With a Webster University, there'll never be a better time for you to explore what's next in your career. Classes are scheduled so you can continue your normal workday routine, and the accelerated program means a new term starts about every 10 weeks. If you're looking to gain a broad general management and leadership perspective, then Webster University's Management and Leadership degree program is the right one for you. It's all a part of what's next at Webster University.
Go to webster.edu/manage, accredited by ACBSP.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, thank you. 20 minutes after 11 o'clock. We got a celebrity on the phone, Robin.
Yeah, we do. It's so fun.
A celebrity who could jump circles around me. Literally, right?
Vault over you and all this stuff.
Laurie Hernandez. Oh my gosh, is she not cute? Look at her.
Yeah.
My picture right there. I'll put it up on the streaming thing in a second. Laurie is a United States Olympic gymnastics gold and silver medalist, and she's talking about something called the Adventure Responsibly Conservation Initiative, which is a nationwide conservation initiative and call to action to help preserve our natural wonders through a series of cleanup events. Now through September, this month marks the 103rd anniversary of the National Park Service. United States National Park Service website is nps.gov, and I think Travelodge is part of this, which is why you see that logo on there right now. Travelodge.com/volunteer is their website. Laurie Hernandez, what an honor. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're good. You sound as cheerful as you look.
Oh, thank you.
Where are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm currently in Los Angeles, California.
Oh, we're going to be out there in about a month.
Oh, the weather's pretty good.
Is it? Oh,
nice.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So tell me about. I love what I know so far about this campaign because it always amazes me how careless we as human beings are. We just throw stuff everywhere. I see cans and papers everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's also the concept of like if you're going to a friend's house and they offer you something to eat. You don't just leave your dish on the table. You don't leave napkins all over the house.
Right.
You go ahead and you throw your stuff out. So when we're going out and we head to these national parks and we go to the beaches, we have to make sure to pick up after ourselves so we can protect the environment. And I think partnering with Travelodge by Wyndham and celebrating the National Park Service 103rd birthday, that's the initiative, is adventure responsibly. Be responsible about where you're putting your items and what you're doing with everything.
I love what you're doing. I mean, just real quickly, if I could squeeze something in, I've had a thought for a long time that we are so fixated on legislation that maybe the solution to a lot of problems like this is not law, but rather just community, like a campaign, almost like no smoking. Like, there's no law that says you can't smoke, but we had a great campaign that helped people realize you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when people really come together, like you said, and it's for a cause that's so important, it's preserving these parks for future generations. That way they can enjoy the parks just as we do. But when we're irresponsible, when we leave our things on the ground, that's where it can get really messy. So being able to have these organized events from August to September, they're doing it, I think, in Yellowstone, Everglades, Bear Mountain, and also Rocky Mountain. And just a call to action for people to come in and help us clean these national parks.
And that's pretty cool because, like you just mentioned, August 29th is the date for the Everglades National Park, not too far from our area. And I imagine there will be a lot of people going down there because we love that area of the state.
Yeah, what's wonderful is that Travelodge is in very close proximity to all of these national parks. So when heading there, it's a good thing to look out for.
Yeah, it is. And when you go into a place that you want to spend the night, talking about Travelodge, you expect it to be clean. I mean, you don't even want one piece of thing on the floor, right? And yet people will drop big pieces of things out their windows. It kind of boggles my mind. We actually do this broadcast from the local mall. And so that means we have a big parking lot. And in the morning, there's always a guy out there with one of those trucks that sucks up garbage. And I always think, I wonder why. I mean, it's obvious why that's necessary, but why don't people just not throw stuff out their windows?
Yeah, absolutely. And, trees and animals and everything, these are all living things that we have to protect and take care of. So leaving our trash is irresponsible. So if, we have these national events, but if you're not near any of them, you can go online to travelodge.com/volunteer and create your own organized cleanup event on a national park that's near you, or if you want to do something right now today, just pick up trash.
Wow, it's a great campaign. They could not have picked a better spokesperson. You really have a joy about your voice. I love the way you speak.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
And you are a fabulous, very positive role model. I mean, you're not just in training for the 2020 Olympics, but you've also released 2 books, one for adults, I Got This to Gold and Beyond, and then after that, one for children, She's Got This with HarperCollins.
Wow.
Yeah, both of those, I mean, they are so close to my heart. I Got This came out pretty close after the 2016 Olympic Games, and that was for kids and everybody really to know what happens behind the scenes of the Olympics. I mean, everybody gets to see what happens on screen, but I wanted to let you know, hey, there were injuries, there were a lot of different moments that I wanted to give up that I want to share with you. And She's Got This is for all the kiddos out there who need some inspiration to try something new.
Do you know, a quick story. When I was younger, I used to work at the Nassau Coliseum in New York, and basically my job was to clean up. I was the guy with the broom after the shows, right? and the thing is this, that when there were some acts, there would be a lot of garbage, and other entertainers would attract an audience that left it spotless. And it was always amazing to me that certain people seem to command respect so you don't mess up what is perceived to be their house at that moment.
I do agree with that 100%. I do. Ever since I was a little kid, I believe that having really good role models is something that's important and that should be looked up to. So it was also making sure that the people I looked up to, they had the same values that I did, and wanting maybe to protect the environment or wanting to keep moving forward and believing themselves and encouraging different opportunities. And I hope I can see that for other people as well.
When you go to other countries doing your gymnastics, are you able to say, wow, this country is not as like they don't litter, other countries litter? Do some countries litter more than others? Maybe that's the question.
Well, I mean, I think it's overall just sharing with the community. We don't have to do this anymore. Really, all it takes is you bending down, grabbing your trash, and throwing it out so we can protect the environment wherever that may be. Even if you're internationally, go ahead and do the same, just so that way.
Especially.
It's our planet, you know. We want to protect it for the future generations.
Right.
And we have a great community that is very much aware of that. We have beautiful springs, and every once in a while, people will organize their groups to clean up the springs. We've got a great national forest out here. Every once in a while, the groups will get together to do that on a regular basis. So it is pretty amazing how when you have this kind of campaign, people listen and they actually go out and do.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love that.
Yeah, and I think you're a role model too, especially for the younger folks. I think they look up to you and they will hear the message and make a big difference. So, is there something specifically that we can do during that time frame where the campaign is happening?
Yeah. So, I mean, if for some reason you're not close enough to the 4 larger national parks that I listed earlier, if you go to travellodge.com/volunteer, you can actually create your own organized cleanup event. I was talking about it with my friends, which is really neat. But and you can organize it to a park that's near you, so that way you can get people involved and get people to understand what Travelodge is really trying to do.
Very good. So it's travellodge.com/volunteer, and Travelodge has one L in it. It's a shared L. I was spelling it wrong this morning when I was trying to find the website. Laurie, what's up for you next? What's on your schedule personally? Well, professionally, I mean, as a gymnast.
Yeah, so currently I'm in full training mode. I'm training 6 days a week, 5 hours a day, and the goal is to make that 2020 Olympic team. That's definitely, my vision right now.
Oh, wow. So can I ask you, like, when you're doing it, can you like send us a signal, just a hi to us? Like if you're standing on your hands, that means hello, Larry.
I can definitely try.
We are told that because of your facial expressions, you are referred to as the human emoji. And do you embrace that?
I do, yeah. I mean, we choreographed facial expressions into my floor routine, so that way it was more animated. But honestly, I think that carried outside of my gymnastics as well. So it's a blessing and a curse.
That's kind of cool.
Anything I'm thinking really shows up on my face.
And that's great when you're working with children because they do respond to people that are very animated in a very positive way.
Oh, yeah, they can definitely see right through that. They see your heart. So.
Laurie Hernandez, it's an honor to have you on the show. Thank you so much for taking time to be with us, and stay healthy.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I love the campaign. Travellodge.com/volunteer. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. The president's inner circle trying to calm fears of a recession this morning.